We're reading every Spider-Man ever, and this is Amazing Spider-Man issue 49. Spider-Man is dying in the snow, and his whole life is flashing before his eyes. All the people he fought, and all the people who loved him. In the last issue, he fought a new Vulture while sick, and he lost, and the Vulture has left him to die. But then, his finger twitches. And then, he starts to rise. He's groggy and still sick, but he's alive. The cold snow has revived him. He climbs down carefully from the rooftop and staggers his way home, climbing through the window and jumping into bed just before Harry comes in. He is sick and he needs to get better. Elsewhere, Kraven is jealous that the Vulture is claiming to have defeated Spider-Man. He's so jealous that he wrestles a tiger to show the world how strong he is, the most Kraven thing he could possibly do, and then he vows vengeance on this new Vulture. Meanwhile, Aunt May is visiting her sick nephew with Aunt Anna, because yeah, it's probably just a cold, and yeah, he's already resting up, but she still sees Peter as this frail little boy. Inside his bedroom, Peter desperately tries to keep his covers drawn up, hiding the Spider-Man costume that he's still wearing underneath. May frets and then leaves to call the doctor, and Peter sighs with relief and quickly removes the incriminating costume. Funny, he almost feels completely better now. Elsewhere and in the skies of New York, the new Vulture is on a crime spree, and he flies up to hijack a helicopter. He kicks the vehicle and threatens to do it again unless a passenger inside hands over some diamonds. His threat works, and he gets the diamonds and he flies away, unaware that he has been watched by Kraven the Hunter. Back with Peter, and he has new visitors this time, Mary Jane and Gwen. They're told that Peter is resting and that MJ's plan to just play loud music is perhaps not the kindest, medicinally, and Harry escorts the two ladies outside. In his bedroom, Peter broods. Here he is, pretending to be sick now, and he doesn't even get to see the pretty ladies. And back to those New York skies, and the Vulture is suddenly lassoed and pulled down to earth by Kraven. The two grapple with one another, and the Vulture tries to fly once more. However, Kraven is holding onto his leg, and he shifts his weight and forces the two of them to crash down through a skylight and into a building, all part of his plan. And Peter Parker hears all about this on the radio, and so he suits up as Spider-Man. He arrives to find the building is a jungle exhibition, the perfect hunting grounds for Kraven, and that Kraven has added a net across the top to stop the Vulture from flying away. It's pretty smart. Peter sets up his camera and joins the fray. He takes on both villains at once. He punches both with a dive and kicks Kraven away and swings the Vulture by the wings into a tree. Even when the two work together, with Kraven holding Spidey and Vulture punching him from the skies, they're not enough to stop this newly revived Spider-Man. As a last resort, Kraven turns to his definitely not nipple rays and shoots them at our hero, but the wallcrawler has arranged the fight so that he can leap away and the rays knock the Vulture out of the sky instead. Spider-Man is then able to rip the weapon from Kraven's chest and delivers the type of punch he used on the Hulk. And since Kraven is not the Hulk, he collapses on the ground. Defeated. Spidey takes some pictures of the defeated villains before racing home and hopping back into bed, exactly 3 minutes and 22 seconds before the doctor arrives. He gives Peter a clean bill of health. It must have been some 24-hour virus, and tells May that he's very much not a frail boy. She thinks that the doctor is joking. Healthy once more, Peter takes May and Anna out to the movies. After all, he could really use some excitement. Thanks for watching, follow for the next issue, and while we wait for that one, here's a fun fact about this one. June 1967 was the first month that the comics had a section for Stan's Soapbox, a place where Stan would give his opinions on storytelling and racism and on the state of the world. That means that this issue was the first Amazing Spider-Man issue that had this soapbox section.